Buy or sell Dynasty Offseason Edition. And today we have Rashaad Penny. Hey, a guy that kind of picked it up in the second half of the season when Chris Carson was out for the rest of the season, essentially. 119 attempts, 749 yards, 6 total touchdowns. He did miss 7 games. He only caught 6 out of his 8 targets from the air, so he wasn't necessarily utilized. Finished as RB 42 in 2021. Zach, are you buying or selling?
Yeah, this one's really hard because I do think a lot of people had an emotional connection to Rashaad Penny because he probably, if you had him on your roster, he probably won you a fantasy championship. But personally, I am trying to sell high right now.
I agree.
Unless I can get him for very, very cheap. But I'm going to lean towards selling at this point. Okay. And as hard as that is to say, a lot of people probably would have invested in him in Dynasty, but
right.
You look at it, weeks 14 to 18, he was the running back 1. This is all I need to now try and sell him high and get as much value as I can. I mean, in that 5 game span, he put up 671 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. We can finally see the talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Opportunity.
And with Chris Carson missing time, you saw the opportunity. But I'm just going to tell you exactly why I'm selling him. It's obvious. It's because of the injuries. Since entering the league in 2018, he's suffered a ton of injuries, and it's really unfortunate because you can see the talent. Finger fracture, issues with his knee, 2 grade 1 knee sprains, hamstring strain, a grade 3 ACL tear, which really set him back, leg calf strains.
Right.
I mean, this guy has been injured up and down throughout his entire career. And the Seahawks, have already declined his 5th-year option. So if they bring him back, going to have to be through free agency.
Yeah.
Is that a team-friendly deal? Does he want to sign a team-friendly deal long-term? Does he sign a 1-year deal? Would he be the workhorse? Shouldn't they probably draft someone in the draft because they don't have many young running backs back there? Look, at the end of the day, he's going to be 26, and he's had significant injury problems. I am typically risk avoid if the injuries have piled up. So I am looking to sell high. What about you, though?
Look, everything, you hit the nail on the head, to be completely honest. And my biggest concern with Rashaad Penny is his injury history. Like you named it all: the finger, the knee, the hamstring, the ACL tear. It's terrible. He had it back to back, and yes, we saw a glimpse of what he could have done, what he could have been, in the past and in an earlier age when he first came into the league. But it's just not there anymore. And Zach's right. You kind of want to avoid the risk of getting re-injured unless you have another, some good, I guess, understanding behind, I guess, that injury or, what he can do and bring to the team. And I don't think he's going to be a lead back anywhere. I think at best he's going to be a backup. Well, I mean, we saw him. They drafted Rashaad Penny. They had Chris Carson. They gave him the opportunity. Gets hurt. I just can't. I can't buy into it. Yeah.
It's unfortunate because you can see the talent. Like I do think he could have been a workhorse running back in the league. You saw the 1st round grade. He was drafted in the 1st round, and we see the talent. It's just
Let me ask you this.
It might be too little, too late.
Let me ask you this: if he were to get traded to a team that needed a running back, for example,
well, he's a free agent, so he would probably sign.
If he gets picked up, first thing that comes to mind is the Falcons.
Okay.
Are you interested in not in a dynasty perspective? Maybe, I guess, yes, in a dynasty perspective. Sorry, we're talking about dynasty. So in a dynasty perspective.
No, I mean, that would make me less interested, to be honest, because Falcon running backs haven't really been great for fantasy. And I would much rather have him in Seattle, a run-focused team, than in somewhere like, Atlanta. So it that's why it worries me as well with the unknowns.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, I'm trying to sell high. So if you can really focus on the week 14 to 18 when he was healthy and tell someone, dude, this guy was the best running back in fantasy in that time period, in the clutch when you needed him. Right. I think you might be able to get a late first. It's probably not going to happen, but that's what I want to get. Okay, It's probably not going to happen. I would definitely settle for an early 2nd round pick. Do you see it the same way?
Yes, an early 2nd round pick for me. Maybe I'll take an early 3rd and a Rondell, for example, or early 3rd. And I don't know if somebody wants to take that chance, but I would take a chance on one of those guys and maybe take a little cut in a draft pick and more of a player that still needs to prove, or a Tony. A mid-third and a Tony or something like that, because I'd rather take the opportunity on those guys than on Rashaad Penny.
Look, it's an absolute shame that Penny has had this type of career, but if you do think about it, he's going to be 26. running backs really start to fall off around 26 to 29. And at best, you're getting good production for another couple of years. It's time to sell high. Let us know if you have any questions or if you have any trade offers in the comments down below.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch
now,
it.
You can also subscribe.
Right now.
If you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/fantasylandfam.